Welcome back, everyone, to the YouTube channel. My name is Saif, for those who have not seen me before. And with me today, I have teacher Fatma. Today, we'll be discussing the idea of Yawm ad-Din. So last video, we went over Surah Al-Fatiha, and we went over the idea of Deen being analogous to a sort of system. And we got a lot of questions as it's traditionally interpreted as the Day of Judgment. So today I have teacher Fatima here with me to go over, I guess, the true meaning of the idea of Yawm ad-Din.
Thank you for having me, Saif, and I enjoy those classes with you because we're getting the generation, your age generation, the younger ones that are exploring the Quran with us and asking us questions, and I'm very happy to see them, engaged and asking questions. So let me share the document again of Surah Al-Fatiha, which is the opening chapter, and see the third verse. So this chapter, again, is the opening chapter that we use all the time in the prayer. And we mentioned before, it's about starting with Bismillah, by the name of Allah, source of creation, source of energy, and also Alhamdulillah, which is the gratitude. And with those two, you are always reminding yourself about how to be on earth and how to co-create by using the gratitude and being grateful for being a human. And then we got to verse 4, which is the verse that has the word Deen. It says Malik Yawm ad-Din. Now, the word Malik, like we said before, is the honor. And if you look everywhere in the Quran, you may find له ملك السماوات والأرض. So to it is the ownership of everything. So like we mentioned when we explained Ar-Rahman is the compassionate energy, we always say energy cannot be created, but can only be transferred. So there is only one source of energy, and this source of energy, which is Allah's source, is the owner of the physical reality and non-physical reality in a way. In the Quran, we say the word malaika is what they translate of angels, okay, malaika. So that's everything is a malak in a way. It means everything belongs to God. That's why we always say everything belongs to Allah. Now, saying that, we'll come to the word deen. So what is deen? It's the good word is da, ya, na, the dal, the ya, and the nun. And in the Quran, I tracked the word deen before I even put this translation, and I looked at maqayis. So if you look, I looked at how they translate in Surah Yusuf, chapter verse 76. We have this verse when it says, ما كان ليأخذ أخاه في دين الملك. Okay, so that Yusuf cannot take his brother. Okay, and they translate it in the king's law. So you see here, they are not saying day of judgment. They are translating deen as law. This is the closest translation to the word system in a way. In Surah An-Nisa, okay, so we have also the word dain with fatha, not kasra, but it's the same root word. And here it's about the debts. Now, when you go to get a loan from a bank, there is a system and there are contracts to fulfill. Like, okay, I loan you 100,000, and we put like in the system of how you pay me, how much you pay me, all
right, yeah.
So based on all these Quranic verses that I looked at, plus what is really the meaning of the root word deen, which in the dictionary you'll find it's the nidam, I came up with that translation of system, which also goes with the word yom, period. So if you dig in the story of creation and you study Surah Al-Araf and you study all of that, which is with time people will get to learn, we realized we were all non-physical spiritual beings And we've had souls contracts to come into earth to grow and to evolve and to expand our consciousness based on a system. Okay, and this system is coming from source energy. And we were told if you follow this system, you will have a better life and you expand your consciousness and you co create and you'll have joy, bliss, happiness on earth. But if you don't follow the system, you're gonna follow the what we call the shaitan, the separate self, you're gonna struggle and suffer. But overall, with time, we're gonna evolve and reach to a period of the system. And that's why I feel the word system is much better translation than saying day of judgment. Because judgment in the Quran, the word judgment means hukum. In fact, we call hakim is judge. So I just can't put judgment. It just doesn't fit in here. And see, we are asking after that because we are all looking for that period where the system of Allah is
Mm-hmm.
the system used by every human on planet Earth. We're asking to be agents to it, to be getting help, and we're asking for the guidance because really that's the ultimate, result is we all as a human family evolve to the period of system. And I can feel
So,
like
mhm.
lately we are shifting to starting to be more aware and more conscious that we are all one family and we are not supposed to be fighting each other based on ethnicity or religion and understand the big picture and share the resources of earth and cooperate and live with compassion. Did I
So,
explain it?
yeah, I have one question. So for verse 4, for someone
Mhm.
reading a verse like that, it
Let
says
me go
owner
back.
of the period of this system.
Mhm.
Why that selection of words as opposed to, for example, owner of the system? When it's talking about a period, that's like a span of time.
Yeah,
So
the word
I
Yawm is period, and lots of people confuse Yom by a day, like a 24 hour.
mhm.
But if you really dig into it, it's a period of time. So again, if you are in non-physical reality, when you're talking just consciousness, okay, there is no time and space. But
Right, yeah.
to come to Earth, you're coming to the 3D. Uh, in this reality, time is essential. Like, everything needs time.
We
So
need it,
for
yeah.
humanity to all apply this system, which is, remember what came before it, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, okay? To use the system of compassion, of love, of mercy, and to activate those and use them on earth, it needs time from people because the human nature is goes back to the self-centeredness and selfishness. So to reach
Hmm.
that period of time, it's going to need time. So there is a period needed to get there. But
Hmm.
if you talk non-physical, God, in a way, Allah is all love, all compassion. Okay. But when you come to
Hmm.
the physical reality, you need a period of time to get there.
Gotcha. I mean, that makes a lot more sense than the traditionally held Day of Judgment, in my opinion. Because, I mean, it gives like a more, I don't know, it's definitely more explainable and makes me understand how I guess the laws, how it relates to the other verses in the Quran. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
So,
And also, you cannot just say judgment again. The word judgment is clear in the Arabic language, hukam.
hmm.
Hakim is a judge. So that translation, in my opinion, it's not the right translation.
Hmm.
That's again, that's my opinion. I always tell the listeners, if it resonates with you, take it. If it does not, then just leave it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean, but in comparison to the other you showed the King's Law in Surah Yusuf, and the other one was
What Nisa, the date.
Anisa, correct? Right. Yeah, I mean, in light of those, it definitely makes a lot more sense.
Okay, so I hope we
Okay.
clarified why we translate deen as a system. So do you have
Mm-hmm.
any other questions or?
No, I think I have a better understanding now for sure, especially like with that word Dean and Hakam and the relationship between the other verses, it makes a lot more sense now. So I appreciate you coming here. And to everyone watching, we will see you again next time.
Okay, thank you, Saif. See you next time. Bye-bye.